Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 6 a.m. and my cat feet are going off. All right. So I'm actually starting a brand new series this morning. We're going to continue doing our lives at 6 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's been a little while since I've done a series because I hadn't really had a topic I wanted to talk about. But given the events of the last couple of weeks, I feel that gut health would be a huge, huge topic to talk about. So, to get started this morning, what I'm going to do is kind of share with you the journey I've been on the last couple of weeks and why I want to start talking about gut health. All right. So, rewind. My best friend came to visit for a couple of weeks ago. And y'all, we had so much fun. It was nice. We went pick berries. We ate foods I normally wouldn't eat. We had adulty type beverages. Lots of ice cream was involved. All the things. We had fun. It was a vacation and we treated it like a vacation. Well, after she left that weekend, I felt terrible. My throat was scratchy, my ears felt weird, my stomach was all kinds of jacked up. So I prayed about it, and I really felt I needed to go on an extended fast. So I did a 3-day fast, and y'all, the first 2 days, I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even want coffee. And if you know me, you know that's weird because I love coffee. But yeah, I was in rough shape. I was not feeling well at all. And by the 3rd day, my appetite was starting to come back. So I'm like, okay, this 3-day fast has been a really good thing. I'm feeling better now. My body has purged whatever needed to be purged. And I was feeling better. And I didn't really think anything of it. So, I went back to normal on the end of day 3. Well, a day or 2 later, my husband offered me a Kit Kat bar. And I accepted it. And the next morning, my stomach was hurting so bad. Like it wasn't even funny, y'all. Wasn't sure. I knew it had something to do with the sugar because that was the only change. Because I had been feeling really good after the extended fast. And then the only thing that changed was I had a Kit Kat bar. So I had that chocolate and that sugar. And then the next day I felt terrible. It's like, okay, something is going on. And I'd been talking with my mom, and we had been researching yeast and all kinds of crazy things. So she had told me about something in one of her books that she has that it's really hard, apparently, to diagnose a systemic yeast infection. It's really easy if you have like a vaginal yeast infection to tell, or a yeast in your bladder. But if it's systemic, it's actually really hard to diagnose, which I did not know. But one of the things you can do is called a saliva test. So you just get a cup of water and you just spit in it first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up. And if your spit floats on top, great. If it forms tendrils or if it drops to the bottom of the cup, that is indicative of yeast. Well, I did the spit test. And while my spit didn't drop to the bottom like a rock, it did form some nice tendrils, and about at least half of it dropped to the bottom. I'm like, okay, I've got yeast in my saliva, which is pretty indicative that I've got yeast all over the place. That's like, okay. So I pulled out my reference book and I'm like, what do I need to do for yeast? Well, the first thing you need to do is cut sugar, because yeast grows with sugar, which can also be one of those reasons maybe you're having really horrible sugar cravings. So if you find that you're having horrible sugar cravings like all the time and you can't kick them no matter what you do, could be you have a lot of yeast. Just saying, because the yeast is what's craving sugar. So something to think about. Anyway, so cut sugar. So the last few days, I have not been having any morning coffee or tea because I sweeten it with honey. I can't take it plain. God bless you if you can take black coffee. I'm not one of those people. But anyway, so I've been cutting my sugar. I've no more Kit Kats or ice cream or any of the things. And I've been eating much more vegetables. So I've been trying to help my body do what it needs to do. And then, of course, I've been supplementing. Some of the things the book recommended were a probiotic. So I've been taking my Life 9. It highly, because of course, a probiotic is going to put healthy bacteria in your gut, which is going to help combat the overgrowth of the yeast. So I've been taking a probiotic, the Life 9. I've been taking digestive enzymes because that's another thing that can contribute to yeast overgrowth is undigested and fermenting food in your gut. So I've been making sure my body has plenty of enzymes to break down all of that junk. The one I've been taking is Detoxime because that's what we happen to have at the house. And honestly, I'm not opposed to a little extra detox right now, especially if my body's fighting this overgrowth of yeast. So I've been doing those. And then I've been adding in some vitality oils to my morning capsule every morning. Specifically, I have chosen lemongrass and thyme vitality oils because those were some of the ones recommended in the book that I happen to have on hand. So that is just kind of what I've been doing. And I've noticed that since I've cut the sugar and started doing these other things, my stomach hasn't been bothering me at all the way it was before after having that huge influx of sugar. So that is just kind of where I'm at and kind of what prompted me to start this new series. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys this morning. And what we'll be talking about as we go forward are different aspects of gut health because, you know, your gut isn't just one organ. It's a bunch of interconnected ones that work together. And our gut health is so intimately connected, like with your immune health and with your overall health. So, and even mental clarity. I mean, seriously, your gut has a ton to do with that. So, what I'm going to do starting Thursday is we'll start looking at like liver health and then different aspects of gut health because it is a rather important topic. And yeah, it totally affects the way you feel and how your body functions. So, all right. I hope you guys are looking forward to joining me for that. I will see you on Thursday, bright and early at 6 a.m. Talk to you later. Bye.